Hey guys, my name is Theo Koulianos. I'm a part of this ESS family, and we are continuing our resource, providing you an opportunity with a look into our culture and our values, our mission, and our vision. As you can see, we are on a different set. We're doing this remote. Theo is in Tampa. I am in Palm Coast. But we wanted to keep this in front of you because we believe in it, and we also wanted to set everyone up for success. We're going to keep the vision in front of us at all times. So I'll reiterate the vision and the mission, and then we're going to have Mr. Theo Baliris, the owner of ESS Academy, share on one of our core values, passion. Now, we have discussed already integrity, and that was our last resource that we had released, and we're releasing these every 2 weeks. So you can be expecting these core value resources to be in front of you every 2 weeks, and we drop them on Fridays. Today, we are going to discuss passion. But before we get into passion, let's go over our vision. The vision of ESS Academy is to be the nation's trusted resource for executive protection, security service, and world-class training. We accomplish this vision by consistently educating clients on effective solutions, providing the highest level of training and world-class service. That would be our mission. Today, we are discussing passion. Passion, according to ESS, is work passionately, live passionately. Mr. Baliris, would you mind sharing a little bit on passion?
Yeah, love to. So, passion is basically what drives us, right? It's the driving force behind why we do what we do. And so, you always hear people say, you got to love what you do. And we believe in that. But you also got to love who you do it for. And so part of that passion is, why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? And so there's a lot of driving forces behind why we do what we do. And part of that passion is also commitment, I believe. And so you are committed, to a people, to a vision, to a mission, if you will. And so if you don't believe in what it is you're doing, and you don't believe in who it is you're doing it for, you're never going to operate in excellence. And so for us, we know that here at ESS, the driving force behind everything that we do here is, of course, Jesus. And so, we want to please him. We want to honor the Lord. We want to exemplify him, and we want to bring glory to him in all that we do. And then carry that down. I want to honor my family in all that I do. I want to honor my company in all that I do. I want to honor my coworkers in all that I do. And that love has to be a part of that. And so if I don't love that which I'm trying to be a part of, or that which I'm trying to contribute to, I'm never going to operate in excellence. It's just not going to happen. And so you see it all the time. If I take it now to work, right? There's a difference between a person who just punches a time clock versus a person who truly loves what he does. There's a saying, I know it's cliche, but I'm going to say it. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, right? And so if you actually love you have to believe in the vision. And so you have to believe in the people. And so, I've seen it. I've seen both sides of it. We've had the employee, we've had the staffer, we've even had the student that was just punching a time clock, and then you have those who are completely bought into the vision. They're bought into leadership. They're bought into their coworkers. And, we've got guys that, man, they'll show up to work sick because they don't want to let down their coworker. They'll come and work a double because they truly love their supervisor, and man, they don't want to let the team down. And so that passion is a big one. I don't think that you can go after. Remember, we always talk about these overlapping, these core values overlapping. I don't think you can go after excellence. I don't think you can go after honor. I don't think you can even go after respect and loyalty, really, if you pull the passion out of it.
Yeah, I think you touched on something there in regards to team. I've been on a team with some high individuals where everything kind of centered around them. And
Right.
there's nothing more frustrating than actually being involved with anybody who's there's a sense of self attached to them. And it's not about the team, it's about how can things benefit me. And if I don't get my way, then kind of I'm out, and the team can do whatever the team needs to do to get through whatever it is that's in front of them. I think that's exactly why we are focusing on the inside of an individual, because it's really hard to just teach someone passion. I believe that you
Right.
have to catch it. It has to become a part of you, because it is overlapping. It is with integrity. And as we move forward in the values, you're going to see that these constantly overlap. But this is exactly why we're providing this resource, so that you have a clear understanding as to what ESS expects. If we adhere to these core values, then we find ourselves operating in health, fulfilling the vision of being trusted. But also, we're providing you this resource because there are just some people who, up to this point, have made everything about them. And we were like that. B was like that. I was like that. And it wasn't until I encountered the love of God did I realize that, wow, Jesus laid down his life for me. He gave of himself so that I could succeed. And he commissions me, now that I've received his love, he commissions me now, love others the way I've loved you, and serve others the way I've served you. And when you stop making it about yourself and you actually make it about the team, then you're going to find yourself stepping into the victories you've always longed to step into. You're just going to do it a different way, because it's impossible to get to the place that we should all get to alone, and we're way better together. B, in regards to passion, as far as, okay, so it's really hard for people not to do it for alternative motive. But share with me some decisions that some of the coworkers have made by living by passion that have benefited those around them.
Yeah, so I mean, I can tell you, even just recently, we ran into a situation where we had multiple people at the same site either got ill, or the client, I believe, decided to throw a lot more shifts and hours at us with the most minimal amount of notice. And so we're sitting in the office and we're just like, how are we going to get it done? And so we started making calls, and literally Jason, who I believe you guys are going to meet through some of the other resources that you post in the future, gets on the phone, and you know, we're thinking, man, how are we going to sell these people? How are we going to sell them on this? Because, you know, we're talking about some of them are going to have to work 16 to 18-hour shifts, and you're probably going to have to do this multiple days in a row, and we're really in a jam, and we're trying to think of the sales pitch. And man, we get on there and it was so easy. Like nothing had to be said. You know, and we got feedback from them. Like some were like, you know, man, I'll do anything for my lead, you know, or man, you guys, we'll do anything for y'all. You guys have done so much for us, and, you know, hey man, I'm not going to let the team down. And so, it's just that concept that you're talking about, man, is they completely put self aside, and they see the greater good, right? It's like, I think we've talked about it in other resources, where that rock that falls, you know, in the water and the ripples go out, and people with passion understand that, man, what I do or don't do affects way more than just me. And so these are people like those people I'm speaking of that were like, yeah, man, we're going to step up to the plate because we get it. We, you know, if we don't do it, you know, we have the potential of making ESS look bad. We have the potential of making our lead look bad. We have the potential of losing a contract, you know? And so we're going to do what we got to do for the team and for the company, and for my brothers and sisters that I work next to. And so it was really special to watch that happen, because we're prepping in the office trying to figure out how we're going to sell them on doing all this extra work, and we didn't have to do anything, you know? And so it was really special to see.
You know, the one thing that you said, the response, and I think that this is the key, is it has to start from the head down. Because
Yeah.
the response that you just mentioned, he said, "You guys have done so much for us." And
Mhm.
I think I think that is exactly the key to which others want to do for someone else when they have received love from someone else. It's like this: Jesus does not expect us to lay down our life and to do all of these wonderful, selfless things, and not even to love him first. It's like, listen, I'm going to love you first. I'm going to lay
Yeah.
down my life for you first. I'm going to
Yeah.
serve you first. I'm going to tend to your life first. And then once I do all of that, then I'm going to ask you to do the same thing for others that I've done for you. And then we look back at it and we say, of course, Lord, of course we would. Look what you've done for me. And so
Right.
I think that's what separates this organization from most, is that sometimes we are expecting people to do the right thing when they themselves have not encountered a selfless, sacrificial love. And
Yeah.
it's crazy in this field and within this company, when you're dealing with the men of all men and military, that we mention these words like love. And it's important because I think every person wants to be loved and every person wants to be respected. And then after they know they're loved and after they've received certain respect, then they feel like they're willing to do certain things that might be above protocol or might be a little bit out of the job description, which holds us at the top incredibly accountable. We
Mhm.
can't ask anything of somebody else that we ourselves have not done to a certain degree, but we also can't ask them to sacrifice certain areas of their life if we're not willing to sacrifice our life for them. And it's obvious that you guys are doing an incredible job, because when you ran into a scenario like this, yes, it speaks volumes to the people around you, but I truly believe that they're a byproduct of the environment that you guys have created with you, Jeff, Jake, Mama Jay, Jason, and all of the team. So you're doing an incredible job. It's a privilege to work with you guys, and I know that everybody else probably feels the same way. Well, we're going to continue these resources. Like I said, expect it every 2 weeks. We drop them on Friday. The idea is for you to get to know the organization, but we want you to understand the culture. We adhere to this culture because if we do this, we're not only fulfilling what God's asked us to do through mission and vision, but we're also creating a healthy environment for you and your coworkers to work in. Remember, this isn't just for you. This could also be a blessing for your family. So please feel free to share with your family, with your friends, hit subscribe, whatever it might be, but keep this in front of you. When we're all doing this, we're all better. We love you guys. Thanks for checking it out. Remember, the drop down information here on the screen is there for you guys to reach out. If you need anything, we're here for you. We love you. It's an honor to steward and serve you. Thanks so much for taking the time to check this out. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.